Greetings, grasshoppers. We're going to do some color flatting today. And you can see that this is a picture of a bar fight. And, well, we're going to color this in. Now, of course, your assignment is to color the entire thing in. And I'm just going to show you the basics how to do this. First of all, we're going to set up the layers properly. So I'm going to go over here to my layer. Now, we're not going to paint on the artwork. Okay, what we want to do is we want to paint under the artwork. And we have to set up our files a particular way. Now let me show you this. I'm going to create a new layer. And of course now if I go to my brush tool, letter B on my keyboard, and I'll just grab a color here. Not that it really matters what color this is, but let's say that I just color this in. Of course now on this layer, on layer 1, this layer covers up the original layer. Okay, but what we don't want is we don't want that. We want to have the line art still show through. So what we're going to do is drag this beneath layer 0, just like that. And interestingly enough, oh, it's already set to multiply, which is good. Normally these things are set to normal. You want to be set for multiply so that it does this. It shows the artwork, which is great. The line art, that is. And I'm also going to go up here and lock this layer 0 so that we don't accidentally paint on it. Okay, so now I've got my layer 1 set up, and now I can color flat stuff. Now I'm going to just go through here and get a big brush here and just wipe this up. Okay, and I'm going to zoom into this girl here. I don't know why, but I just tend to start on her pants. I don't know why. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to choose kind of a middle value of blue. Now, I could go here and kind of darken this down, which I kind of like it right about there. Alright, the brush is way too big obviously, so I hit the bracket keys a few times. And I'm now painting on layer 1. At least I think I am. Of course it would help if I did the brush tool, not the eraser tool. There we go. And for this particular project, I'm going to use a hard brush. Now here's the slider here that does this, and of course the keyboard shortcut that does this would be Shift right bracket. That would actually make a hard edge brush. You have to hit it like Shift right bracket like 4 times. Okay, and if I'm on a soft edge brush, it's Shift left bracket, and that will make my brush softer. Okay, so like here's a soft edge brush. I'm going to hit Shift right bracket 4 times. And here's a hard edge brush. So hopefully you see the difference there. Anyway, I'm going to use a hard edge brush. Now, of course, my procedure is that whenever you're filling an area with color, you can use a big brush at first. And then as you get into some detail areas, you can make that brush smaller. Now, of course, I haven't hit the detail areas yet. This is still quite large, and she's got 2 legs here, so of course I'm going to paint both legs. And still can do quite a lot with a big brush. I'll come down here and make my brush just a hair smaller. And a little bit more. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid this little smoke puff from this guy over here. Just because I want it to look like smoke. So that usually winds up looking kind of gray or even white. So now, I mean, I've got the bulk of the color areas. Notice I kind of wandered outside over there. I'll just hit the eraser tool just a little bit and just paint out that business. Okay, so now I can zoom in. Now I'm going to use my special keyboard shortcut spacebar command, and I will zoom in here. And oops, again, gotta get the right tool. Use the brush tool. And again, go kind of smaller into the detail areas. Again, I kind of wandered out there. I could hit Command Z to undo that, or actually Command Option Z to go back even 1 step further. There we go. I could try it again. That gets me there as well. And of course, when I'm scrolling around, I'm using the space bar. And right now I'm using a mouse. You might be able to hear my mouse pad here. And a mouse pad is okay. I'm sorry, a mouse is okay, but I prefer to use the tablet when I do this kind of stuff. We've probably already done this in class by the time you're watching this. Maybe not, but you can always check out a tablet from the, I think that is her belly there. I might just, I think I'll get that. Yeah. So again, continuing on, oops, a little bit too far. A little bit smaller brush here, a little bit bigger here. Now I'm going to go back and kind of take care of that little puff that I painted over in just a moment. Get a big spot up here. Okay, pretty close here. Now first of all, I'll get the eraser tool and kind of take care of that little puff that I just did a second ago. That looks okay. Go back to my brush tool and I'll be careful to work around these puffs over here as well. Oop, a little bit too much. Undo. Okay. And I'll pick up this section over here as well. That's good. A little spot there to pick up. Let's back out a little bit. I'll hit Command minus a few times. Oh, I missed a little bit on her pants. Okay, how's that look? Looks pretty good. So now, I think I did a little bit longer demo here in class, but the idea is that you go in and you zoom in, and I'm going to turn the line off here for a minute. So that's what the pants look like without the line art on top of it. Okay, so the idea is that you would work on the whole document like this, finding colors that work together, and we'll take it to the next video.